That one.
okay,
Yeah, she
I have
got a
that.
free.
Yeah, the first
She got the
core.
free AP from the tome thingy.
And
Oh
then
yes,
I
you have no
have
choice but to use it. Yeah.
okay, and then I have in the middle one on the second row, the guy with the back, Traveler's Toughness. I have 3 of 3 on that.
Oh, here over here on
On Harper. That
Yeah,
one.
right
Yep.
there in
toughness.
falconry.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is that I mean, it's
More
just
than
what I have
likely,
now.
you're gonna give up everything in Harper because
Okay.
Harper's for flavor only. But you don't
Okay.
do anything right.
No, I'm leaving this is for the first life, and this will be when I tier.
I am
Right.
recording this, by the way. So
Okay, let's
So
start all
no
over.
inappropriate text. Okay.
So
Totally
Great.
inappropriate stuff coming
it's
along.
Darn right,
Evil
coming up.
petting zoo. Okay.
it's the Knight of the Chalice tree
Mhm.
is the offensive. And
Yes.
what would the Sacred Defender
Oh
be?
my gosh. Would it be defensive?
It would be defensive.
Oh
Okay.
my god, yay. Jesus
So
Christ.
you're gonna enter the core, Slayer of Evil.
Okay.
This is
Okay.
just your typical. It reads what it does. It's a passive feat, so there's no clickies.
I love passive feats.
Yes, so do I. They are great. Extra smite, 2 or 3 extra smites. All it really does add one more smite to your list. Start
Okay.
with 6. I don't know.
Yeah, I have 3
You'll
right
get more. You'll get 3 more, or
Okay.
whatever it is. 2 more,
Yep.
whatever.
Yes.
Improved secondary strikes. 5% strike through, 10%, and 20% strike through. When you're
Okay.
wielding a greatsword or any kind of dual two-handed weapon,
Yeah.
you have a chance to strike through the one enemy that you're aiming at, and you'll hit another one, or another one, and another one.
Love it.
I can get into it more and more and more, but high strike through equals good.
Okay.
For any, you always want to maximize it as far as you can possibly get it when two-handed.
I have 3 out of 3 currently.
Yes, that's good.
Yay.
Next, I'm not going to go in any particular order as far as
Okay.
when you're leveling. I'm just running through what you absolutely must have.
Sure.
Divine Might. This is a clicky, but it's a minute and a half clicky, and
Oh, I do have that.
it is importante. You need
I
to
believe it goes 2
constantly
minutes if you have the full thing. Yeah, it's 120 seconds, 2 minutes.
see. It is something that you need to constantly maintain.
Yeah, I have a habit of I hit the clickies and I forget to hit after 2 minutes, so I gotta pay attention to that.
So
You need like an egg timer.
Who the fuck times eggs?
I like
What does that
egg.
even mean?
I like
Well,
eggs.
you
So
told me
it
to
could
set
be
an
a-
alarm on my phone so I wake up from my naps before
that would
raids.
be
You
hilarious.
should set an alarm on your phone and go off every 2 minutes to remind you to redo your Divine Might.
This is sad, but then it's gonna
That
piss
is
Meta off when it goes
awesome.
off every 2 minutes.
Every
Not
She's gonna
if
go, what the fuck is that timer for?
not if you learn how to push to talk.
Nope, not gonna do it.
So the idea is it says exactly what it does. It takes half of your charisma modifier. So right now my cha is 70.
Okay.
It takes half of your modifier.
Oh, Meta, we're recording.
So it takes 15 and it adds it to your damage. That shit already
Damage,
covered.
attack, tactics, etc. Makes you
Uh,
hit harder.
damage, your attack, your damage, and your DCs to your tactic. It made you hit 2 buku hard. The higher your charisma.
What is a DC?
Oh no.
Ooh, good question, Pat.
It is a very good question.
A DC is a difficulty check for which the mob needs to save against in order to resist your attack. So if you're going to hit someone with a stunning blow or a trip or a dire charge, the higher your DC is, the less likely the monster is to resist it.
Right. And it will perform.
It's like
that
you almost
particular
read
prop.
that verbatim. What a memory.
Actually, I didn't read that. That was verbatim. I am pathetic.
Higher the attack,
Mhm.
you hit things. Higher the damage, when you hit things, the more damage you do. And the higher the DCs, the more effects you can do, such as stun. If you have a high stun DC, you will stun the thing, you will shatter the thing, you will trip the thing. There are 2 DCs that paladins must be wary of. Not wary, no, must be available in conscience of. That is shatter, aka sundering. I don't know why they use
Shadoobie.
different words. And then there is stunning. Those 2 are going to be
Nobody
very
got that.
important. Newbie, nope.
Shatter.
Shadoobie.
Shattering's for like Well, shattering is for breaking their armor, but that's not what a paladin's doing. A
Oh,
paladin is going to be using it for a particular
gotcha.
strike. We're not doing sundering. We're doing
Okay.
shattering. But shattering and sundering are the same thing. Okay.
Okay.
Hold on to this. Divine
Got
Might.
it.
Click it
Got it.
every
2 minutes.
chance you get. If you forget,
Yeah,
just
gotta
click it.
remember.
If you
Okay.
forget, just click it.
So, question: if you click it right and then you click it again, it doesn't shut it off, right? It's
No,
not one
no,
of
no,
those
no.
games.
This is
Okay.
a timer. So if you hit it, it'll
Gotcha.
time for 120 seconds. If you hit
Cool.
it again 30 seconds later, it just starts the timer all over.
You know how some games you hit it again and shuts it off, so I just want to make sure.
Yeah, this is not a stance. This is not a stance.
Okay.
This is just a timer.
Gotcha.
120 seconds. If you hit it a minute later, it just restarts your 100. It may have some sort of a cooldown. It may take SP. I don't remember. Doesn't say it does,
Spell
but
point costs 15. Cooldown 20 seconds.
oh yeah, there you go. Thank you.
So, okay.
You can read just as good as anybody.
Better than a Texan, apparently.
We got
Well,
Southerners in a reading contest. Oh God.
critical mastery. This is +1 to confirm critical hits and critical hit damage. This is referred to as Seeker. It's the
Oh,
ability to roll a damage inside of a roll to critically hit something. When you critically
okay.
hit something, Tubuku damage.
Okay, I
Great big
don't
Tubuku
currently
damage.
have that, so I want that. Okay.
I always some everyone I can have an argument if they want to, but I never
No, no,
argue
no.
with Seeker.
Okay.
Yes, as a matter of fact, we are, and you can
Yes,
read.
yes, and he's sharing the screen so we can see that camel toe. And I'm recording that. It's basically Strat's teaching her how to paladin. Basically, it's Seeker. It gives you more damage on criticals.
It gives
Basically,
you
your
more
crits will
damage
have
when you
three
do
three
critical.
more base damage. Um,
Yeah, because
basically,
I don't have that right now, but I'll do that next life. That's fine.
well,
Yeah, no,
you can reset your enhancements. You don't have to
you,
wait a life to
yeah,
change that.
But
you
is
can
it
reset
worth
it right
it
now.
right now?
That's
One
that's
that
debatable.
that's the debate. Me,
Okay.
100% non-negotiable. If you don't take it, hard no go. Stop pallying.
Yeah,
Interesting.
it's three. It depends. It's 3 AP for 3 Seeker. I don't think you can. I don't think you can buy any more damage than that, though. Right? I mean,
If
nothing.
if you don't have the points, it would be one of the first ones to go.
Mm-hmm.
But for right now, try to take it. I understand your point light, but
Okay.
we'll look into it. We'll look at the
Sure.
total amount in the end. That's why I say forget about Harper, forget about racials right now. But I know
Okay.
you don't have that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Next, going up the list, we're gonna skip Holy Combatant. This is another
Yep.
one that can be skipped because I know you are point
Yeah, I
light,
don't have it. Okay.
and the same with the next one. All it is +1
I
to
have
adapt and
that
attack
one
Wait,
right
hold
damage.
on. Go to
now.
Holy Combatant for a second.
I have Adept.
Go back to Holy Combatant. It's +1 to attack and damage with favorite weapons. Isn't one damage worth more than 3 Seeker?
Oh, absolutely not.
Ooh.
Really?
No one. That's no, nowhere near.
Is it worth
Yeah,
2 Seeker?
no. I would always.
How is that? How is 1 point of damage not worth 2 Seeker? Because it's 2 AP. It's 2 APs.
No. It's just below 1 point of Seeker. A damage to Seeker is less than 1 damage. So yes, 1 damage is more than 1 Seeker, but 2 Seekers is more than 1 damage.
2 Seekers more 1 damage. Interesting. I'm gonna need
Yeah.
to crunch the numbers on that.
Yeah. In any event, it's 1 to attack and 1 to damage. It's light. If you're light on points, don't use. I don't think I used this bottom. Adept combat, again, it's 1 to attack to damage. It's light, not absolutely needed. The next one up, though, Holy Combatant,
Mm-hmm.
is +1 to attack damage for favorite weapons. You gain Greatsword as a favorite weapon. That is importante. You're gonna want
Okay.
that.
I have it. Junk's doing
Next,
pretty well so far.
next
Hello. Who's
is
joined us?
Exalted Smite. If you're going to be
The
Exalted Smite,
trash.
then you should be smiting. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure if
I do have
you're a
Smite.
smiter. You
I
do
have it.
not smite.
Oh.
It's
You
an active attack on your bar that you have to hit. I believe you do
right.
have that on your hotbar.
You should have it.
I do.
Paladins get a whole bunch of bonuses to smite. It's like specifically evil. I mean, you can read it there, but you get all kind of multipliers to your crit, multipliers to your attack. There's a set of filigrees that we'll teach you in the next session of Paladin 1.2 or 102. That every time you smite, you get Tubuku melee power for a minute. It's pretty damn powerful. So you're gonna want to learn how to smite if you're not currently. Um. Oh, you're gonna want to go into a cha that gives you +1 to charisma.
Okay.
Next is Knight's Training. You can read that there. You can equip longswords. We're not looking for longswords, but in the event that you were going to be doing a shield, it's pretty good. But it is a prerequisite to
Okay.
the one tier above. So we always censures. Every time you stun chaotic outsiders, every time you hit chaotic on Vorpal, every time you Vorpal a chaotic outsider, stun it for 3 seconds, and it takes more damage when it's a good prerequisite.
Okay.
Vigor of Life plus 30 hamp.
Yep.
You said
Take-
vigor, right?
Yeah, vigor, not the other one.
Wow.
Um,
Yeah, I have it.
take the first one. You may not
Yes.
have enough points for the second one. We'll see.
That
Okay.
amplifies the healing you get, so the heals hit you harder.
Yes, thank you. Yes, thank you. Yes.
Hey,
So when you heal yourself, or when someone heals you, you heal better. Heals good.
strat real fast. What's that one quest from the Gatekeeper saga that's out there in the Cerulean Hills?
Sepulcher.
Home of memory.
I just wanted him to say Sepulcher.
Sepulcher. I know what he's doing.
Do you
I did
guys
too.
still spam Divine Sacrifice, or is that just not in vogue?
Nope. It's just 2 week. It's 2 weeks off.
Yeah, I don't.
We're
Going
recording.
up, going up.
Yeah,
the
we're recording.
5th tier, Ascendancy. I mean, you
Mhm.
can read it. You have one. You get 15% fortification bypass. That's Tubuku.
Okay, I have it.
And every time you attack undead and evil outsiders, you get a little bonus. It's Tubuku. It's good.
Okay.
Next, since your outsiders is what's prerequisite, you get a passive 10 melee power. That alone is worth it. If you can fit in the next,
I do have it.
if you may need to back it off, but we'll see. For right
Okay.
now, we'll see.
Okay.
This is the Avenging Cleave.
Yes.
This is the one where you use Shatter. So if you look
Shatter.
at it,
Oh, okay.
No, Shatter is actually for the next one to the right.
oh, it
Holy
is the next one. I'm
Combatant.
sorry. I'm sorry. This was for Vuln. I'm sorry. You may
That's just a
want to
cleave attack.
you
It
may
works
want to.
very well.
It does. You may want to consider exiting this out. Depends on how much you have. You may. We'll exit out for right now. This guy is the one you definitely. Holy Retro. Holy Retro is the one that uses Shatter. So you can read it here.
Holy Reg. And I
It
have that.
takes your DC of 10 plus your pally level, which is typically 20, plus your charisma modifier, which would be 30. It'll be higher later.
Mm-hmm.
So it'll be 10 plus 20 plus 30 plus your Sunder bonuses. You have to save against that or be destroyed. It's really damn powerful.
Okay.
So you can take a swipe out of a large mob of 5, 6. That's why it's good for your strike through to be very
Strike
high.
through, yes.
So it'll take out more mobs, and you can see them there in the bottom. It says if you're under 1,000 HP, you have to make this save between 1,000
or die.
or die. It's just a 33%
So
chance
dramatic.
of just dying, and that's
Yeah.
one of the big tubukus for Pally.
Gotcha.
Yeah, you can have a mob of like 8 surrounding you, and you tap that
Mm-hmm.
with when you have Divine Might and you have like a high Sunder or Shatter DC, and you can basically wipe out the whole group. It's pretty nice.
Nice.
I'm
Kill 'em
reading the
all.
chat,
Fucking ass.
Astrology, and I'm recording it too. So
So then next we're going up to core, right? The easy blanket is just hit them all. These are just, I mean, you can read them. Slayer of Evil does 1d8 light. It's not that damn great. This is a good one because it gives you Ghost Touch. Ghost Touch allows you to bypass any kind of incorporality, such as
Reapers.
seekers, reapers, ghosts and goblins, and shit like that have a
Mhm.
displacement effect on them. Well, you bypass that, and you'll always hit. Shut up, Az. Slayer of Evil, same thing. You get some more remove diseases. I rarely ever use remove diseases. 'Cause I don't give a shit about anybody else. But
I
The
read
or
nice
what
thing
courage,
about
ads
strength,
remove
typed.
you this, that, and
disease,
the other.
it's a free restoration though.
It is, yeah. Later in life, it is free.
I read what ads typed and thought you were talking about removing Jesus.
Improved courage. At
Yep.
the very bottom, this is the most important one. You are now immune to energy. That is awesome. No more energy.
Wait, is this passive or active?
This is passive.
Passive.
Okay, okay, okay.
All of the cores
Circle
are
abilities are passive. Squares are active.
Yes,
This looks more like an octagon.
there are more like
Oh,
octagons.
Oh, for fuck's
Yeah,
sake.
they are more like octagons, but that's
Okay,
Junk,
no, that's cool. That's cool.
or you could stay Sopstein. I don't know.
check
No,
your mind.
actually, I have these highlighted. Junk. So far, you and Junk are very close.
Okay, so now we have to take some things because we don't have 40 points to get to the last one.
Okay.
So we have to take something. This is
Oh, what are you gonna give up?
you can take
No,
Sunder.
because
You can
Oh.
take Sunder. Sunder's not terrible. It'll improve your DCs to Sunder.
I would either go with healing amp or damage at this point
Healing
because
amp right now, yes, I would agree. It would be healing amp.
because the first
For right,
lifer.
for right now, I'm just going to go to the bare minimum of 41. So
Okay.
with this core, you get +4 to charisma, 10 to melee damage,
Mhm.
and you get some other bonuses to your ascendancy. See it here. In addition to core of core of courage.
Slayer of Evil.
Somewhere
Light
in there it
damage.
says you get a little
200% melee or range power, whichever's higher.
yeah.
Oh,
So
addition arrow courage.
that's the bare
Oh,
minimum.
sacred bonus. Okay.
That's the bare minimum. You can
Okay.
for right now we're just going to go with 41.
I like
Next,
bare minimum. Screw the guild. No, just joking.
next we're going up the Sacred Defender trees. Your next
Love
tree.
it.
Yeah.
Yes.
First core, you can see you get 1 hit point for every point that is used in the Defender tree. 1 point
Okay.
of hit points and SP. Oh, positive spell engine. And you get +2% fortification for every core. Okay, but in any event.
Yeah,
Next
this is
is
octagon passive. Okay.
extra lay on hands. Lay on hands is a
Oh, I
active.
love it.
She
Yeah.
knows
Yeah,
that
it's your oh shit handlebar. Yes.
Oh, I love it. Yeah.
So this will give you 3 more. I'm sure you already have this.
I do. We just got that the other day, so I have 8 lay on hands right now.
Yeah, good. That's excellent. That's
Nice.
exactly what
Okay.
I typically have on Paladin, DPS Paladin.
Sweet.
So this is dumb, but you can only activate this. This is activated. I don't know why it even allows you to put points into it. So we're going to move over to Sacred Armor Mastery. You get a +3 in total, +3 to AC,
Okay.
and your armor maximum dexterity bonus. So if you have a higher dexterity modifier, it'll add that to your maximum dexterity bonus of your armor,
which also allows for more dodge.
which allows for more dodge and allows for more AC in your build. Because
Okay.
paladins typically do not get very good dexterity bonuses because they're in heavy armor.
Yes.
Next, you will not be wielding shields, so you do not do
No.
shields.
But I see you use shield though, right? When you play.
Yeah, I'm a tank.
Okay.
I'm in the tank mode right now.
Oh, okay.
I'm in
Okay.
tank mode right. You try not to
I'm not
look
a
at
tank. It's fine.
try not to look at any of these, but I will adjust them.
Okay.
You will take Sacred Defense inside the core. This is an active stance. Oh,
Yes. I
hang
do
on.
have that.
So every day, every time you log on, you do have to actually press Sacred Defense.
Yes.
That's the stance of Palette. You have to do it every day. Don't forget. As many times.
Gotcha.
So while you do have, when you are in this Sacred Defense, you can use the durable defense. While in Sacred Defense, you gain 1, 2, 3, 15 to PRR and MRR. Good for your
Nice.
defensive. PRR is physical resistance, and MRR is magical resistance. So to know the difference, you can read down here. This is your MRR. If you see it down here.
Oh, that's right. Yep.
So this you'll take 75% less damage for PRR.
She's close to 200 with that spell, so she's taking 60.
And that's about correct. On MRR, you'll take 62%. So on magical spells, you'll take 62%. These
Mhm.
are my numbers; they're not going to be your numbers.
Of course. Yeah.
And PRR and MRR. MRR and
Okay.
PRR, higher they are, the better.
Okay.
Moving up that same exact tree in sight. No, you're going to want +1 to bonuses, +1 to saves.
Okay.
Take all 3 of them.
Mhm.
You'll get a bonus to your save scores: Fortitude, Reflex, Will. Same
Mhm.
thing and everything else in DDO. The higher, the better. Fortitude protects
Dirty
stuff
comment.
like,
Yep.
yes, the higher the
Mhm.
yes. Going up a
Oh my
little bit.
god, I have this.
But do you have Constitution?
I have it under.
Yeah, she's got the Constitution and hit point and strength.
If you go PDK,
Uh-huh.
you're gonna want to go Charisma. I'm just
So,
letting you know. You're gonna want to go Charisma.
okay.
It's Tubuku.
Okay.
You then add another Charisma point here. One
Mhm.
issue with Sacred Defenders, you have to really stretch all your points. So sometimes you have to put your points in bullshit
Mhm.
stuff,
Basic garbage you're not going to care about in
garbage
order to
that you're
buy
not
the
going to care about.
prereqs. Yeah,
So here's a good
Gotcha.
one for you, L. Divine Righteousness. It is an active clicky. You will never have to. Well, you shouldn't.
and she takes the next core. Doesn't she get
Never
resurrection
done it.
as a spell?
Yes, that's correct. If you once you take Core 4, you
Mhm.
get Res Dead, Resurrections, and True Resurrections as a spell. You don't have to take all of them, but I would definitely take at least one of them.
Yeah,
Preferably the level 3 Resurrection is probably the best one.
that's what I was gonna ask because there's 2 different resurrections.
True Res will res. Is it SP and HP, or is it just
There's
HP?
It's a
True
full res.
True Res gets you full health. Res gets you half health.
Yeah,
yeah, so I was
yeah.
curious which one's better.
You're gonna want
You're
level
going.
3, and I'm gonna tell you why a
That's
little bit
the one I
later in
have.
life.
Okay.
You're
Yeah,
gonna want
because
to
of
take
the
level
4
3.
spells. Yeah.
The
Gotcha.
4 spells, you're gonna be capped on level 4 spells. You're gonna need every single spell you can get on level 4.
Okay.
So take 3, level 3 resurrection, regular resurrection. But once you do go into these cores, it does open up your core 4 up here on the top.
Mhm.
You're going to take the armor,
Mhm.
reinforced armor. 50. Well,
Oh.
in the on
Oh
is
god.
50% more
I don't
to
know if
your
that's worth it on a first lifer, but
I don't have it.
armor.
Mm, Fight time.
I'm pretty sure she's gonna want it, especially on a first lifer.
I will see what
Run
our
like
AC gets to with it.
Swift defense. Take swift defense. You're
I
Oh
do
gonna
have
need it
yeah,
that.
also to get to core 5. By the way, you're gonna need to
Okay.
spend a lot of points to get to core 5.
Ugh.
Swift defense. You can run fast. It's a
Gotcha.
thing.
Yeah, yeah.
World. Take your charisma.
in her
So
case,
now,
Oh, I
it's
have the strong defense. The one in the middle there. I have that.
well, what I want to say is
Mhm.
this is our goal. Core 5 is our goal.
Okay,
You
I
can
don't
see
have
we
that.
can't quite get there
Okay.
because there's a bunch of useless shit. No one
her
gives a shit about items. No
in
one
her
gives
case. It's
a
just a strength build. Grabbing the additional strength in the stance is worth
If
it.
you are a strength build, then fine, I agree. Go with +2.
Oh, okay.
But in
But for
PDK,
next one, I won't do it.
you can. Yeah, as a matter of fact, you're probably going to have to, but it's going to be
Oh,
absolutely worthless for the most part.
okay.
Go ahead and take the strength. I take the strength. I hate it because it's 3 useless points, but I have to take it in order to get to the
Just
final
do it.
last core of
Okay.
glorious stand. +25
Yeah, I don't have enough
healing,
points.
3 more lay on hands, 10% sacred bonus, max hit points, 5
Amazing.
PRR. That's
Okay.
pretty damn good. So you always want to get to 31 points. 31 points is the minimum on sacred defense.
Mm, okay.
41 is the you can go a little higher on night of the.
Okay.
So I'm going to what is that? 15 racial 170. So 24
8
minus
left.
8
You
left.
spend 7 points.
Sure.
It
Okay.
would be 8 points to spend in race.
So I would probably go back and okay.
She's,
Now we're going back to PDK. Now I'm going back to PDK. Now we're going to enter in PDK. Now we have gotten the bare minimum of both the DPS tree and the defensive.
Um,
Now we're going into PDK specifically. So
PDK is what your current character is, the big buff
Yes.
lady.
yes, the big butch bitch, the big
The
big
thick chick.
the thick
I don't
chick.
want to be. All right.
It's I agree,
No,
it's not
it's
ideal. You
the
can
right
make her
thing to
some.
do. All
You can
right,
try.
I'll dress her as thoughty as I can.
Yeah, try to.
Thank you.
You can also go into the Wild West like Texas, Southwest Texas.
Okay.
Human versatility. This
Mhm.
is an active clicky on your DPS.
Oh, I
You're
do
gonna,
have that one.
you're gonna want to take this one. If you're a tank, take that one.
Oh, okay.
That is an active clicky. It's about 20 seconds long. 30. Oh, it's 20 seconds long, but it's 30 seconds. Every now and again, I hit it. Every now and again.
So don't put that as like a fighting thing, is what you're saying. That's more of a
It's an
clicky.
action boost. Like, you know
It's
how
an
you got
action.
that haste boost from
All right,
getting
I'm
when
gonna
you're from
move that
Dreadnought?
then, because I
It's
have it
like
on my
that.
I
clicky
predominantly
thing.
use it when I'm beating on bosses.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you can now. You're supposed to be using a haste boost, but that's in a different
Mhm.
tree and a destiny tree. But
Okay.
I usually toggle both of them. If I'm in a small
She
fight,
has haste boost on. She has haste boost on her bar. She's a Dreadnought right now.
So
yeah,
I should
good,
put that near.
good, good.
Okay. Okay.
Take the sec. Oh, okay. How many points you have? You said 8 points
8
left.
points.
Okay, very minimum is this
Mhm.
guy. Cormier Night Training. This now uses your charisma to hit and for damage for read it specifically for what swords? Fast
For
swords, long
Charisma.
specific
swords,
weapons, specifically great
swords.
swords, the good thing about this is you can kind of ignore strength and just put all in charisma,
Right.
and you get the
Oh, the
double.
heart. Okay.
You get the double dip on the divine might because it's your main stat, so you get way more of it.
That's right.
Mhm.
That's why it's so
Exactly right.
wonderful, and it's very cheap in PDK.
Right. It's only
Okay.
3
There's
points,
another way to get charisma to damage, but it's very expensive.
Mm.
which I don't want even want. It's in
We're
favor.
not
No,
even
it's
gonna.
and
I don't
with
like.
magnetic, I'm doing that, and I think it's not worth it in the long run as
Yeah,
well.
I agree.
Not happy with magnetic at all.
So now we have 3 points. You have 5 points left. Is that right?
Yeah, she'd have 5 points left.
Oh.
Oh, she probably has 2 points from tomes.
Oh, okay.
So buy some healing amp and some other,
Yeah.
and there's some strike through stuff in there too.
Yeah.
Oh, I have that guy.
There's
Improved
healing amp.
recovery.
That's
Mhm.
that's the same thing as this.
And there's
Okay.
strike
Ah,
through in
magenta.
PDK and human. Both human and
There-
PDK have strike through, right?
Yes, it does. But I
Um,
think they're expensive.
I do
Inside
have.
the second tree, all the way to the right.
No, go not that one. Is that one? Yeah, that's the one. Okay.
Great weapon aptitude. Yes, I have
Yep.
that.
Yep. Good. This
What's the
will
one
increase
below that?
I don't have that one below
Die
that.
Hard.
No, not
Don't
that.
count me out.
Okay.
Don't count me out. I don't
No
have
one,
that.
no one cares about that. No one cares
Yeah.
about that. That's
Okay.
especially if you are point starved. Don't bother with
Okay.
I think we got the gist of this. Could you
This is very nice. It's very close
could
to
you
what I have.
go on to spells and explain what ones to take and what
Oh
they do?
Jesus. Can we take a break?
No, we're recording. We can take a break later.
I need to physically leave where I'm sitting for a minute.
Okay.
Is your
If
son
you
gotta
have
get paid.
naked next to you?
L, one last thing.
Keep going. Oh,
L,
sorry.
one
Yes.
last thing.
Yes.
If you have the points,
For Harper. Okay.
go up Harper and take that guy. Harper.
Okay. So right now I have what you have, the guy beneath it, the shield, and then I have that bareback guy in the middle. So
That's
not the
points. I
bareback
think that's
guy?
point. That's points. I would take
Uh-huh.
this way more over than the hit because it's
Harper
15 hit.
enchantment.
15 hit points isn't make or break, but an
Oh.
additional weapon, an additional
You get
plus one
20
to
to
your
maximum
enhancement.
spell points in the
That is
one.
no, you don't care about the maximum spell points. Who cares?
Oh, okay, okay.
That's just added gravy.
Sorry.
The plus one to its enhancement bonus of your weapon.
Mm-hmm.
That is Tubuku.
All right, so I got to get
It's
that for my
great
next
big
point.
Tubuku.
I think we're at the half-hour mark now, so this is probably a good point
This
to
is
do it.
amazing. Nobody's going to watch this. And if
So
there's a
when we
hate
when we
subscriber,
do to How to Paladin Part 2, he'll
Yeah,
go over spells and stuff.
Paladin 102.
To troll out.